Over the last couple of months, our televisions and radio stations have been inundated with a wide range of breaking news. From a Southern cooking and TV personality like Paula Deen, who unfortunately told us her dream wedding, to an overzealous patrol officer like George Zimmerman, who was armed with more than just a desire to help. The media, among other entities within our society, has tried to paint a picture for the community at large as to what should be newsworthy. Understand me clearly, while I do believe both of these stories have conjured up some very honest and transparent conversations over social media and other mediums, it would be irresponsible of me and others not to deliver the real breaking news. The real breaking news is black men are losing on a daily basis. To be frank, I'm tired of hearing this breaking news. I'm tired of hearing that black men are being gunned down in the streets at an alarming pace. I'm tired of hearing that among those with the lowest levels of education, 37.2% of black men and 12% of white men were incarcerated. Many of these young black men are disadvantaged before entering prison because of their lowest levels of educational attainment. I'm tired of reading that nearly 1 in 5 black men did not finish high school, that a black male dropout was more likely to be in prison or jail than to be employed. Only 26% of young black male dropouts were employed in 2008, while over 37% were in prison or jail. More than half of the joblessness of our young black male dropouts is linked to incarceration. This is not breaking news because somehow this information is new. It's breaking news because it breaks the hearts and spirits of all of those who have fought to give minorities a proverbial seat at the decision-making table. It's breaking news because it breaks the hearts of young black male families who have tried to raise their children in such a disadvantaged world. Our African American men are losing their lives, losing their freedom, losing their families. And if we do not have a real dialogue and strategy about how to fix our race relations within our country, we will eventually turn back the hands of time. Contrary to many in mainstream society, we do not live in a post-racial culture. I don't fault Paula Deen for her candid deposition, nor do I believe that somehow George Zimmerman was looking for a reason to kill when he went out on his patrol that scandalous night. However, I do believe that our current need to fear that which we do not care to know has created the current climate which we now live in. I'm simply suggesting that if the script was flipped and George Zimmerman was a minority and Trayvon was white, this news wouldn't have even made it out of the state of Florida because the consequences wouldn't have even been up for discussion. He would have been guilty of all charges, not because somehow the travesty was more horrific, but because those in positions of privilege do not care to dialogue when they have the power to execute what they think are appropriate consequences. As quiet as is kept, those in privileged positions have nothing to discuss when they have the power to act without any checks and balances. We have to be able to keep the main thing the main thing. It's not about whether one should have given the truth in a deposition or whether one has the ability to stand their ground. The ultimate question becomes, are we going to stand idly by while a segment of our race is being extinguished? Or are we going to find a way to live together in some sense of harmony? We as people have to get involved in the political process because that is where our cries and marching will be best heard. We must learn how to earnestly dialogue about privilege and prejudice, about prosperity and poverty, about the perpetual proliferation of our own posterity. Instead of worrying about the thoughts and intentions of people who really don't matter, let's challenge each other today to encourage and lift up those who are oppressed, suppressed, and depressed under the weight of an unfulfilled pledge that calls for liberty and justice for all. Thank you for watching this ministry moment with me, Matthew Jenkins. Remember, you can change the world one word at a time. God bless you.